Alright guys, welcome to another video. Today's video, we got an absolute banger of a review. I did it live in the Discord. Free members have been catching amazing trades. Paid members have been catching amazing trades. And both of them even been catching the same trades at the same times. Everybody in the Discord has really been getting an idea of how I've traded, how I try and teach it, and how I try and show ICT to you guys with time and price. So I hope you guys enjoy. As long as you guys keep enjoying these, I'm going to keep pushing them out. Even if it's 20, 30 people that's getting the information they need out of these, I'm going to still keep posting them because I know you guys are enjoying them, and I know you guys are putting the work in that needs to be put in. Other than that, I'm super proud of a lot of you guys. I really appreciate you guys putting the trust in me to be like, hey, you guys come to me with a lot of questions, especially in the DMs, and I'm happy to help you guys out. You guys have shown so much love, so I really appreciate it. Anyway, let's hop right into the review and get started. Because I'll probably end up posting it. But yeah, if nobody's got, if you guys got any trades you guys took or any questions like that, we'll cover it. Because I get this shit is kind of rough. Definitely, especially into like here. 9 a.m. was all right. You probably could have found longs, but I'm not really covering that, mainly because we had the trade of 8 error today, so that just kind of really ruined everything. I think I took a short like right before pre-market, but ran into taking this low and then just right back into break even. But let's see. All right. Yeah. Other than that, can I get back to high time frame? Kind of start where we we're looking at last week. Really specifically in the group as well. And even like kind of there's a couple people that said something about the low or bearish, blah blah blah. But I don't. Let me go to the other one. Sorry. All right, you guys can see to the left. Even in like the look of like a higher time frame sell model, right, with the SMT here displacing, inducing liquidity into the lows. There was the point, like it was right around here where we could see the red flags and the moving shorter. Right now we're just displacing. So we haven't had great long attempts, for the past couple, weeks even. So first time where it's like, hey, I'm really kind of anticipating longs, right? We have the low taken here on ES. We look to NQ, right? And we've got an SMT, pretty obvious SMT. NQ's the weaker pair here, or excuse me, NQ's the stronger pair here, because we're making the failure swings, right? Now we kind of have two equal lows, and if we even look at YM, right, it's taken that low as well. So it's kind of, it's not contradicting how we were talking about, with YM on this daily SMT. YM was the only SMT'd high here. And if you guys look in the, like the week 3 road to 100K, right? I was longing Friday anticipating that high to get broken, that SMT not to hold, versus this low holding and propelling us higher even past the weekly FEG. So, yeah, like we talked about, right? Don't really care about, YM. Like I do care about it, but I don't really care so much as the low time frame SMT. Main thing is here, high time frame SMT is the more high probability one, so I'm not really, worried about the low time frame, so to speak, more than, NQ and ES, right? I note we have the low taken here. We have it on ES as well. Pretty solid, SMT with 2 pairs taking it and 1 creating the failure swing, right, with, NQ here. What we also notice is that low time frame SMT I keep yapping about on that Thursday, right? NQ, the stronger pair, makes the higher high, make another higher high here, right? We don't have to take that low. We see I'm on the micros there. We see ES, right, Thursday, low of week there. We come into a Thursday reversal. Big thing, you guys know how I feel about these open and closes. What do we get here? Very, very obvious. If we even look at the 4-hour, same thing, but just on an exact lower time frame. Very beautiful there. No reason for me to think, this order block will hold. It was right around this point on the 15-minute that, this buy model was pretty clear. You can see I even still have it marked out. Other than that, right, makes sense to hold there. And then we come into, last week, Friday, we talked about into this week. Really with the gap, you can anticipate a gap, but if it's 400 ticks, you know, it's a lot harder to catch a trade inside of here, especially with how this hourly wick was. You know, wicks, like I tell you guys, wicks are either gaps. You can use it as a, you know, rejection block to push price lower. You know, we had a SMT here as well, but I wasn't expecting us, you know, just to fall flat, you know, come take these out, right? We had the idea for that being protected. SMT on Friday as well. Um, you know, and so we're expecting a continuation higher, right? Continuate like this low to be protected, SMT, right? And then continuing from this protected low here, right? We know we've come into a discount. You know, we're moving from a discounted price leg as well as, you know, here. So with this being as low as it is in the high time frame, we should get displacement quickly away from it. And just because we, you know, accumulated a couple days here doesn't mean, you know, on a weekly time frame, right? We're still not moving um, at a you know, a large amount. So continuing comes into today and yesterday. You know, Monday we were looking for longs in the gap, right? Like I told you guys, inside the hourly and inside this 15-minute wick, we took shorts here. The fucking dogs are pissing me off. All right, sorry about that. But as I was talking about, right, we shorted inside the wick, inside the hourly wick as well, anticipating, you know, some type of move right back into either like this high, you know, some of our previous down closure candles to support price higher inside this internal liquidity as well. Anticipating, as you can see, you know, a breakaway gap below here, and then, you know, a breakaway gap here as well. And this PM kind of almost looks like how today is, right, with us souping that low. You know, obviously, you know, if this was PM session, right up into here. You know, souping that low out here and then anticipating that reversal. Our time-based delivery here was good because we can also see two open. And you know, we kind of induced liquidity on both sides, right at the low here, and then, you know, even into low resistance liquidity here. Also, as I'll tell you guys, mitigating this order block here to, right, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, low time frame into your higher time frame manipulation below that low there. Noting the SMT as well, right? You know, even here, right, souped out low, right? Accumulate, manipulate, distribute. This is like our perfect daily profile for a continuation in New York, right? We see what London and Asia does. London perfectly accumulates. We can even see here, inducing equal highs like we did here, inducing equal highs like we did here, into low resistance, souping that out at a time-based, you know, narrative. And I get, right, we have our open high first, but like I told you guys, right, we had that higher time frame liquidity below these equal lows, that PM low, time-based low. But as you guys can see inside of my trade, we get ass blasted there with the SMT. Can't do much about that other than, you know, paying attention, seeing that either going break even or you know, spotting the reversal. And I get this one's at 4:30, 4:15, and you guys didn't see me in it, so it's not just, oh, it's at London, it's at a little bit after, right? It's 4:30. I'm not in that. You know, I was still in the short here. Everything was aligning right about from this time. A little bit of drawdown there, like barely break even, a little bit of drawdown there, and then just held through it. And I don't know, that short probably looked something like this. I don't want to like put the stop, I can't remember exactly where the stop loss was, but I'm pretty sure it was like just a little bit above like EQ of the wick or whatever. You know, just anticipating a move below that PM low there, something like that, right? But this is NQ, so we go to ES, right? Probably like a 2 or 3 RR. Like I told you guys, didn't really you know, anticipate an SMT like that, but we get one, puts in that protected low. And you know, ES doesn't look as good, but with that stronger pair, you know, even with NQ being the stronger pair, right? We're making failure swings on high time frame, but we're getting the soup out low time frame, right? This, you know, not doesn't make it valid or invalid or anything. You know, you guys can see what happened there. It's perfectly viable. But yeah, that makes decent sense there. I mean, especially, you know, with the SMT, it's you know, pretty easy to follow, especially following, right, our main internal to external moves. You know, souping that out and then continuing to move higher. Big things are, you know, paying attention to 30, 90 minutes, even the hourly. You know, seeing a new candle open, low, move higher, and then you can even see, right, we come into a discount of that price leg. right there, and then are able to move higher from it. And that's why I tell you guys, when we soup out that low, create a high, right? I don't ever usually end up seeing this as like a turtle soup just because we're souping it, right? To me, that's a lower low, higher high, right? We've got a breaker formed on a higher time frame. We've got a breaker formed on a higher time frame. And now, right, we're even entering in a discount of the breaker, entering in a discount of the price leg as well. If we go to the 5-minute, go to the 5-minute, like we said, we're even catching, that order block there. So, you guys can kind of form continuations if you like miss the move down here. Like I told you guys, I kind of re-entered, roughly around here. Stop at that low. Uh, Everything. I mean, with the hourly displacement, right? There's no reason to expect a retracement, especially based off the higher time frame. That's why I'm so confident in holding. Um, because after that got stopped out here, this short, or you can see it's moving internal. Getting, I don't remember where the entry might have been somewhere around here, or I might have taken like a small little loss and ended up longing like somewhere above there, or like inside of this accumulation, right? When we can see it using those previous down closures, we're reaccumulating above the high as well after displacing. Yeah, no SMT into the gap, I don't think, so it's not like, oh, you can, anticipate that. Right, no SMT into the gap. I don't know what the fuck that was. But yeah, kind of sets up the daily profile into, right, souping out. Same thing we're doing lower time frame I just showed you, right? We're doing same thing higher time frame, right? We're creating a lower low, now a higher high. Now what do we have? We have a breaker on a different time frame, in previous down close candles that can support price higher, right? The key is, what do we do, here, right? We move higher, right? Using that breaker very quickly, continuing to displace and leaving internal liquidity. Right when we break, reaccumulate, it usually will lead to a manipulation. You just have to find, right, where we're going to manipulate to. Most times it's going to be into a discount. We'll get either a quick retrace. If we're in the eyes of like AMD, if we're distributing pretty quickly, most times we'll just get a, right quick tap into a discount and then it'll move higher. But you guys have seen plenty of times the trades where we do have these low resistance, even equal highs here, or not equal highs there, but right, this high broken here, the lower low, the higher high, the time-based lower low. Now we have the time-based higher high with the time-based breaker. We come into a discount here, and it fails. And then we just get a double tap into OTE, and then it moves higher. I'm 90% sure a lot of you guys have seen that play out plenty of times. Sometimes it's just walking the fine line between, either risking a lower amount here and understanding when this doesn't work. Right, and it comes into your candle closures, candles opens, reaccumulating using those previous up or down closures as support, supporting price higher. Not in like a support and resistance term, but every single one of these that happen in London usually continue. I mean, you guys can look back at like last week. I can point out 3 daily profiles just like this where we accumulated, swept out, either a PM low, previous day low, or sometimes either swept into previous day equilibrium. We'll just go back and do that right now because it'll take 2 seconds. Let's see, this one right here, you guys can see right at 3, Asia accumulates, and soups out that time-based low. Right, we have this 7 p.m. low put in. Right, where do we sweep out? Previous day. The 6 was right there. Okay. Either way, right, we sweep out all this low resistance here, coming into a discount of the lower low to the higher high, right into a discount, and then we create right at 6 to 7 with that time-based revert, or not really time-based reversal, but just more time-based continuation, and how you guys see me trade that 6 to 7. 6 displaces, we sweep the low, and then use those previous down closure candles to support price higher. If you're trading the 6, sometimes I mean, even there you didn't soup it out, so you can kind of see that you're inducing liquidity and can wait for that second reaccumulation leg. And now all of a sudden you've got a market maker model in there with this reaccumulation leg, and the the manipulation right at the candle open at 7. So then the hourly candles look good, and you're able to formulate a long from here and then continuing higher. And then even into like the second day, right here, right, with a good 3 a.m. time-based low, and then New York continues the next day. Right, we have that same type of Asia low here, but we have previous day liquidity below, but we don't need to soup it out, right? This stays protected. We continue, right? I mean, it's almost like a pattern, right? But we have that V. But my main thing here is like, okay, let's see what the accumulation legs look like, right? They look pretty good, low resistance into another accumulation leg. Now we've got a market maker on top of the power of 3, and we've got, strong manipulation, right? Our manipulation is displacing with the gap, making it viable, right? If we want to distribute quickly, we have to manipulate quickly. Right, and now we have a lower low, higher high here. Wow, now we have a time-based breaker on our hands, and even an order block, right? So able to use that, find a time-based manipulation, 9, 10, 30. I'm pretty sure this one might hold, but it might, like we said, come in to a deeper discount of the price leg, right? See first tap here, might come down to a deeper discount of the price leg. That's why I'm not scared in taking these, right? Because you can also zoom in even more here. And this is the last time I'm doing it because like I'm dropping kind of a lot of sauce, I feel like. But right, you can even come in here low time frame, right? At the time-based manipulation, right? We see you can probably even see an SMT here, right? But 830. Let's see if we do see an SMT here, right? Pretty obvious deeper into the low, even past those lows here. So not really an obvious SMT, right? We're kind of in this, you see lower low, higher high, right inside that order block like we talked about, inside of a discount, and even here, right? Souping that out, creating that order block, lower low, higher high. Right now we've got more liquidity here. And then you can even formulate that fractal buy model, displacing, reaccumulating, and into displacing the low one more time. And I know that's ugly. That's why I don't like sit here and farm 1 minute fucking, farm 1 minute trades, right? It looks really ugly low time frame, but when you stack everything else on it, right? You have this pre-market pre-market liquidity we swept out. Makes sense to continue higher. And even if we don't continue past the high, right? We can look for another attempt at OTE because now we've induced so much liquidity into the high. But pretty sure. Oh, nope, see, I was going to say pretty sure we continue, but as you can see, we've come back into OTE, fail to close, and then move higher. Now we're displacing way past the high, not really giving an entry here, right? Entries in discount of the price leg above the protected low. And even if, well, we just did that, but even here, right? Discount of the price leg. Equilibrium of this price leg, OT of this price leg with the order block inside of it. Why am I so confident in this order block? Right, the MMXM, right? With the accumulation leg, we shouldn't have to soup it out. Same way, you don't see us really souping out this accumulation leg to manipulate lower, right? Don't always have to formulate these, big soups, right? Here we're just reacting to the order block, and then moving lower. Gonna delete all this, and you can even, formulate an even lower time frame buy model inside of there. That makes you feel more comfortable in that protected low. You guys can almost see the BPR strategy here, right? You've displaced, inversed, come back inside, discount, order block, previous down closure candles here, inside that low time frame buy model. Low risk buy here, low risk buy here, into reaccumulating above our old highs, manipulating, distributing. Yeah, I'm gonna quit yapping because I feel like that should be even a free people, but it'll go on YouTube anyway. But you know what I meant. I don't really, anyway, stuttering. But yeah, that'll pretty much be it. That kind of covers, like the daily profile I look for, as well as, the time-based reversal into, right, discount, order block, discount of this entire price leg. Yeah, and right into the order block. Lobster, you'll probably be able to use that a lot. You probably like that explanation. You can always DM me questions. Any of the free guys, if you have questions, you guys can always ask in free chat as well. But I'll probably upload this one like Saturday or Sunday or something. But yeah, good little 20-minute review. All right, for the YouTube people, if you have any questions in the comments, I guess you guys can leave that there as well. But yeah, be sure to like the video. You guys enjoy.